De'Aaron Fox, where do we start? I'm here to tell you right now that there will be a lot of pressure on him this season to end the playoff drought for the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings, man, they obviously have been a laughing stock of the NBA for a very long time. I think it's about time to change that. But can De'Aaron Fox do that? Is he the player? Is he the right point guard to lead this whole situation and operation? That's what I want to ask the people today, in your humble opinions. The Kings, 12th, last season, 30 and 52. They obviously drafted very well these past couple of years. With Keegan Murray recently, you had Davion Mitchell. You made a lot of key moves. De'Aaron Fox will be playing for arguably, the best team that he has played for coming into the league this year. They brought your boy back in Malik Monk. They bringing the Kentucky thing together. De'Aaron Fox was drafted 5th overall, in that 2017 draft, headlined by Lonzo Ball, ZO2, that Chino Hills prodigy. I know what time it is. So the Kings, they looking good. I like what Mike Brown is doing. Mike Brown is solid. I like the way he's talking. And I know Mike Brown very extensively because obviously LeBron James was my favorite basketball player coming up as a kid. So I know this guy's whole philosophies. And I know that he spent some time in Golden State, so obviously he wants to stretch out the defense. So that's why I see guys like Herter coming in. Keegan Murray is money from 3. I like what's going on in Sacramento, but the thing is, De'Aaron Fox is supposed to be that figurehead. Yeah, you might look to Sabonis, but at the end of the day, can Fox be that leader at that point guard position to take this team to never before seen heights, to get them to where they're trying to get to? De'Aaron Fox have never made the postseason, and it was always this argument against him and Lonzo. What I will say is this: Lonzo Ball, despite he got snake bitten by the injury bug, Lonzo Ball has proven that he is a winning basketball player. He could help lead. He could be the starting point guard of a winning basketball team. De'Aaron Fox has never proven that a day in the NBA, and that's something that this man will be tasked to do this season. They put a lot of money behind this team, and who knows what they're going to do. They basically gave you the fortress. They could have kept Halliburton and never made the move with him to Indiana. But they made that move and to basically build around you, getting Sabonis. That's a De'Aaron Fox move. So Fox has to fulfill his obligations, and to basically reward the Sacramento Kings for doing what they did, because that was like hey man, we believe in you. De'Aaron Fox, I could say he's all right. He's a good player. He could put up some buckets. He last averaged 23 points on 47% shooting, 29% from 3. He needs to pick that up, and he takes a lot of 3-pointers. So De'Aaron Fox got to work on his shot selection as well. 3 rebounds, 5 assists. I think he could definitely up those assists for a guy who basically is on the 1s and 2s with the basketball at all times. When you look at some of these other point guards that have came into the league even after him, the Cade Cunninghams, the LaMelo Balls, the list goes on. Where does he rank in all of this? In my humble opinion, where does he rank? In terms of the point guards in basketball, some people might not even rank him as a top 10, point guard in the NBA. That's a good question. You even had the Luka Doncic's of the world, the Trae Youngs. Where does he rank in, and what is he ranking at? It's so hard to gauge a Fox because he's had really no success, in a team setting. Lonzo has had it. Luka has had it. Trae Young has had it. Like I said, the list goes on. Fox has to jump into that mix. We all know you could put up some points, but can you lead a team? And we're gonna find out. He's gotta pick and choose his shot selections a lot more. You had John Morant rolling in, as well in that draft. He has led a team, to the postseason, and to just winning in general. You know, not even just, like I said, he's not even led a team to winning at the point guard position. Darius Garland, these guys have shown, that they could be starting point guards of a winning basketball team. That's going to be the task for Fox. Now, we're not saying, hey, Fox, go out there and go on a deep playoff push. But all we asking him to be is a starting point guard on a winning basketball team. Can you do that? Can you pick and choose, when to get the ball to the right people? Can you run the pick and roll efficiently, with Sabonis? They didn't bring Sabonis there for no reason, so that's just how I feel, in my humble opinion. Is a lot, that could be done. So let's just see what all transpires in the whole, scope of things, because this is going to be a very tricky situation, on what happens, this season, especially with the Sacramento Kings. And Fox is like the veteran now. Obviously, he's still a young player. He stated that before. He's only, I believe, what is Fox, 24 years old. So Fox is not, this, old guy. Even though this guy has been around the block for some time, you may look at him as a guy that's just an older player. But nah, Fox is a young guy, so he's got some development to do. So, but it's just time is ticking. I believe, what is he going into his sixth season? So he's got to make sure it counts this time. This is going to be a pivotal year. I think a lot of organizations is going to be evaluating him, and he could be moved. That's not out the scope of the realm of the possibility. I believe if they don't get it situated out here, that he could be moved, especially if they end up in the lottery, like high lottery. You might have to think to get a point guard in there, because they just thought that to build around him. And if this brings nothing to the table, you got to start to think like that, So it's gonna be interesting. Let me know your thoughts about De'Aaron Fox. Salute to all my Sacramento Kings fans. There's a lot of optimism out there. Things are looking good. I appreciate everybody for tuning in with me. It's Flight Sports TV. We're going to be bringing a whole lot of Kings content. If you're enjoying this, please hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. We're going to be bringing more and more content to the people. We got a season fastly approaching, fastly. De'Aaron Fox, man, you got to go out there and lead the troops, man. Lead this young team. You got some young guys on here, too. You got to be the leader. Lead by example, vocally, everything, with your play. You got to. They looking at you, Fox. It's your time. Let's see if the Kings could do it. Is it going to be a successful season to shock the world, or is it going to be another Sacramento Kings year, one of the ages? It's Flight Sports TV. Hit that like button.